Hello, everyone. We are back again for a Friday night hangout. We have already done one before, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because we're going to go up again. Because I saw that hangout guy Kyle has started a hangout. And you know what? If he's going to start a hangout, I start a hangout that's better. Because guess what? I am the most dedicated and prolific hangout man out there. I will go better. I will soar higher. I will do everything that I have to do to be the best because I am the best when it comes to hangouts. I have 0 viewers right now. Kyle has 13. But you know what? You tell your mother, you tell your father, you tell everybody that you can. Tell everybody that you can to watch this hangout. We are number one. We are number one. That is what we are. We're going to bring viewers over. We're going to do what we can because we are the best. We are the best hangout channel that there is. Come on, 0 viewers. Come on. 0. I know I'm talking to 0, but I'm going to be soon talking to 1. And then I'm going to be talking to 2. And I'm going to be talking to 3. I'm going to be talking to every single person that I can because I am the best. I am the most dedicated hangout guy that there is. They're talking about making up. We're talking about making war. That is the difference. We talk about business on here. We talk about business. We talk about the way that we are better because that is what we are. We are a better channel. We are a better hangout place. Jack's Wolfpack in the Wolf Pack.
Yep. Hello, Wolfpack Nation. What are we talking about today? Hangout guy Sean. You started. I'm sorry, sir.
No, go on, sir.
All I was saying was that you started this hangout at a very suspicious time. Are you trying to flare up the Cold War-esque war?
Well, you see,
between you and Mr. Bruschetto.
You see, I was just sitting down playing some WWE because I am a dedicated WWE fan, unlike Kyle Bruschetto.
Mm-hmm.
And I just see this hangout saying, we made up. Well, and I just asked myself a question. He may have made up, but I have made war with Kyle Bruschetto, and he seems to be dodging the topic at hand.
Yes, I agree with you. It seems like he's very focused on making up and doing all these things that don't involve hangout guy Sean. Now, why do you think that is? Do you think that he's scared?
I think that he is scared, and I think that he is not willing to own up and fight the great hangout war that is happening right now. We have Zubaya, or whatever his name is, just off to the side. He doesn't matter, because this is the battle of the hangout guys, not the little boys out in preschool. This is the hangout guy war, and he is not addressing it.
I mean, it's certainly a war, and listen, I just fired another bullet on your side, although I am neutral, but I'm just saying that I'm looking at both sides, and I'm saying both sides should get an equal shake, and I posted the link to your hangout in Kyle Bruschetto's chat, and, hangout guy Sean hangout link. There you go. You're guaranteed a few viewers from that, and
That's right.
Yep. And you know what? We're going to do something unprecedented. Well, it's not necessarily unprecedented because you did it in the in your last hangout. And I think it was a great strategy tactic. We're going to consult Kyle's chat. We're going to take his comments, his critiques, and his content that his fans are producing, and we're going to use it for us. And once again, I'm unbiased. I support both parties. But when I'm in the Hangout Guy Shaw room, I have to say it feels like it's a different level.
Well, here's the thing. It's a I mean, he just doesn't address his chat. That's what he doesn't do. He doesn't address his chat, and the thing is that I do that because I'm a dedicated. I am a very hands-on, very involved. Exactly. Yeah. I'm a very involved hangout man, and I like to involve my chat. Hello, oh, Peter's here.
Mr. Walker, yes, I was going to say, can you please take care of the problems brewing in the chat? See, this is one of the things that led to the downfall of what used to be the great Kyle Bruschetto empire. But now, the peers started taking hold, and they really caused some problems. And now
Yes.
this is the manifestation of those problems because he has been putting out a subpar Hangout Guy performance as of late. And I think Sean agree with that.
Yes, that is completely right. What I've also found, look at the last hangout. The last hangout that he had today. When he was questioned, when he was brought into the question, when he was asked, when he was talked about, when it came to the war, guess what he did? Did he A, talk back? Did he B, craft a brilliant speech like I am trying to do and what I did the last hangout? Did he do anything to insinuate that he will be a fighting dog? You know what he did?
He ended it. That's what he did.
Ended it.
That's a damn shame.
Out of nowhere. Not even a warning, not even I have to go, just like I did, because I have a lot of things. I have a marketing campaign to work on, and he does not, as he already has the advantage. But even though he has the advantage in subscribers, you see me catching up and getting closer and closer to that view count.
On the front lines.
That is right.
You have the advantage in heart, in grit, in determination, because you recognize a goal and it is attainable, and you know that you can grab it and stay at it, and not 2 seconds after you attain it, you'll surpass it because you're that damn good.
That is very true. Righty, what are your thoughts and opinions on the fact of the Kyle Brachetto, the #2 hangout show on the YWC community? How do you feel that in the last hangout that he had, when he was questioned, when he was talked to, when he was brought into question when it came to the war, he did not stand up and fight or provide something that could possibly put him as a dog in the fight. Instead, he ran away like a cat.
Well,
how do you feel about that?
That's one way of putting it. You can say that he didn't fight and simply ignored the threat. The way I see it is he did fight and he simply lost the fight. I see it as Sean Walker claimed the field after the battle, stood amongst the dead with his hand raised in victory. That's how I saw it.
Yeah. You know what? That's a very, very good observation. Of course, we have a panel of great observers with Jack's Wolfpack and the Right Smarkbuster. They provide different opinions, and you know what? That's what I'm always up for: is different opinions and not scared of them and running away and ending hangouts abruptly like Mr. Kyle Brachetto.
Yeah, and that's the thing, though. That's the the difference. That's the galaxy of difference between Hangout Guy Sean and Hangout Guy Kyle. Two completely distinct original channels with absolutely no rip-off or rip-ons or anything of that nature. But, well, I can't say that there's no rip-ons because I can say that Hangout Guy Sean is ripping on Kyle every second of the Hangout Guy war because that's what he needs to do to surpass. It's what he needs to do to win, and we all know that he will, he wants to, he's going to, and he has been since day one, and there's just no disputing that. And this is day one. And what have we seen all day? Constantly getting challenged. Kyle goes right. Hangout Guy Sean goes right, and he sends some troops to the left. And he's territory, and he's receptive to what his generals have to say and what the folks around him have to say. And he's not in it, and he's not cocky. He just knows who he is, what he is, and what he can do and will do. And that's why he's one of the best, if not the best.
Yeah.
Now, as a veteran of the Great War of the past, I need to draw some comparisons here between Hangout Guy Sean and our leader during the Great War named Stephen Rose. Now, while Stephen Rose was an egomaniac who refused to listen to his advisors and simply acted on whims, Hangout Guy Sean's not like that. Hangout Guy Sean listens to the opinions of everyone, from his lowest private to his most trusted advisors. Hangout Guy Sean knows he doesn't have all the answers, but he knows that everybody within his own group might have all the solutions, and he'll listen to every single lowly person within his staff in order to get shit done. I'm slamming things.
That's passion right there. That's the kind of passion that Hangout Guy Sean, he just gets in your soul and rips out because he's that good of a speaker, he's that good of a commander, he's that good of a general, and he's that good of a human being, and there's just no disputing that.
And you know what? The thing is, through those two brilliant speeches you have just brought forward, those two brilliant different opinions that you can bring to an argument, to a war, because you need to listen to your advisors. Through that, if you were to say this on, let's say, Kyle Brachetto's Hangout Guy Kyle channel, whatever it is, since he's been running away from people and changing his name, I would say, you know what he'd say? he would interrupt you guys, and I wouldn't do
Oh,
that.
And,
No,
and you want to know, there have been some rumors floating around the YWC Hangout Guy, Sean, that you've had the Hangout Guy name for years and years, and you've had it and you've repped it, but on different channels, not having to do with the YWC or vaguely having to do with the YWC, and you didn't bring it known to the populace. And Kyle Brachetto stumbled across your Hangout Guy channel, your Hangout Guy name, your Hangout Guy look. He did a little bit of editing and he claimed it as his own. Now, I don't know if those rumors are true. I don't think Righty knows if those rumors are true. You know if those rumors are true. Are those rumors true, sir?
Listen, I'm not going to confirm or deny. I'm just going to say that when I saw Kyle Brachetto's first episode, I was a little insulted that I was not mentioned.
Well, I mean,
But-
with credits due to the look, due to the name, or just are we just going to
perhaps
be
the
vague?
profile picture, maybe.
Yes, the picture, yes.
I don't see those comparisons. But anyway, I will say this. Look at Kyle and look at me. Here's the difference. You have me. No, you have Kyle, who had the problem of a Peter Gilmore. He was tormenting. He was calling him a faggot. He was calling him he was calling him every mean name under the sun. That's what he was calling Kyle. And you know what Kyle did? He left him in that chat. He scurried around Peter, just calling him names, making video after video, making a 2-hour video, and making a video where he didn't even respond to the guy, which was kind of weird and kind of a waste of time. I don't know how we let that happen. But what I will say is this. I took care of the problem straight away. Killer Demons 669, he comments, I ban him. I take care of the problem straight away. I don't dance around the issue. And that's what's going to happen in this war. You're going to see a lot of dancing around from Mr. Hangout Guy Kyle if tonight was not indicative of his actions of ending the hangout abruptly.
I mean, Hangout Guy Sean is certainly going to rough him up. You just need to rough him up. Don't even let him have his coat. Just rough him up. It's going to be cold out there. I mean, Hangout Guy Sean loves the old days. He loves the old days, and he wants to make this country great again. Get him out of here, and that's what Hangout Guy Sean wants to do, needs to do, and it's certainly going to happen as long as he's in charge. And you want to know, he's got that mentality, that aggressive mentality. When he wants something, he's going to do it. Kyle sits back in his chair, and he has to go to a bunch of different chairs just to get a good signal. But when he finds the best chair, he still just sits back and he lets everybody else do the work. Hangout Guy Sean, he's up, he's in your face, he's ecstatic. He does what he does to get hyped, to get in the know, to get up to date, and to be the very best Hangout Guy on that day, in that day, because he knows that each day could change. He knows that if there was just one day where he sat back and he didn't do anything, Kyle Brachetto could grab that brass ring and overtake him, but he knows he's not. He knows he's not going to allow that, certainly, and I believe that he knows that. I know that, and I have all the respect in the world for Hangout Guy Sean because of that.
And you know what?
Hold on. I don't want to interrupt the general, but I just got to say something. If you look at Hangout Guy Kyle's current hangout, you'll notice that a fourth entrant has made her way in. Her name is Bambi.
Oh, my.
I mean, subpar panelists. That's all I have to say.
If that's his counter to Hangout Guy Sean's recent maneuvers on the battlefield, I think it's safe to say Hangout Guy Sean's going to be 2-0 in this war.
If he keeps making decisions and making maneuvers like that, once again, I share the sentiments of I don't want to interrupt the general, but I want to say this though: if he's going to continue making maneuvers, pitiful maneuvers like that, as a rebuttal to these great tactics. Look at Hangout Guy Sean. Kyle starts to hang out. Sean starts to hang out. Sean starts to hang out. He recruits people from Hangout Guy Kyle's channel, both in viewers, both in subscribers, because he's aggressive.
And you know what? Just looking at this now, address the chat. Here we go. Hello, everybody. Hello, Sean Savoy. That Kyle guy is jackass. I agree. Peter Gill. Oh, no.
Get him out of here. Rough him up.
Get out of here.
Don't let
we
him
don't accept it. Because you know what? We get rid of the problems here at the Hangout Guy Sean channel. And just listen.
We don't allow the problem.
I was just going to say, he's the law and order candidate. That's all I have to say.
We don't dance around. We fight.
We fight to win. Boy, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. He makes up. We make war.
Just boy, would I like to rough him up.
Yeah, just rough them up good. And here we are. We have this. Like, what do you have? You have a guy in a sailor's hat, and you have some avatar with purple in it. Like, this is not a. This is just not any competition when it comes to the hangouts.
It's not maneuvers and panelists that are indicative of a Hangout Guy Sean quality show.
That Peter Guy is a pedo, I agree, Mr. Fat Wazza. And the shield of Bailey Castle, good man Sean, that is what I am, and that is what I strive to be when I run these hangouts.
I would just like to point out that Hangout Guy Sean is here, and he's in your face, and I think it really says something when people are going from Hangout Guy Kyle's chat and channel, and his panelists are going to Hangout Guy Sean's show. And, some people are here for a minute, some people are here for 5 hours. But at the end of the day, they're here because they know what's happening. And they want to stay up to date in the know with the best. Not with the second best, not with the third best, not with the subpar individuals, but with the absolute best. They want to know what's happening with Hangout Guy Sean and his panelists and his show.
What they're doing is they're getting in on the ground floor of a movement. That's what it is.
I mean, a movement that has the official endorsement of a pack and a nation. It really says something.
It certainly does.
I just don't like this. I mean, like, you have 17 viewers watching the Hangout Guy car. What are these people doing? But here's the better question: 141 subscribers, 17 people watching, 3 likes, 3 dislikes. You want to see what you see in the Sean Walker channel? You have more likes.
What do you got here? You have 5 likes, and what do you got here? You have 1 dislike, and you have quite a bit of dislikes. But at the end of the day, we all know who those dislikes are from. They're from Peter Gilmore.
Of course. And now we have 7 and counting. You know what?
We're currently at 6 likes.
Yeah. You know what you have at the Kyle Bruschetto channel? 3.
Just 3.
Just 3. And look at me, just an up and cutter starting Hangout Guy channel. I'm at 7 viewers. He's at 15, and he has 3 times. Yet he is only over me by 2 in terms of viewership. Now that means that I am coming for those viewers. I am coming for everybody else. I'm coming for his viewers. I'm coming for that Jobber Zubair's viewers or whatever. I'm coming for everyone because guess what? I am the Hangout Guy of the YWC.
I think it says something when you aren't even at half of Kyle Bruschetto's sub counts, yet you, the up-and-comer, Hangout Guy Sean, have almost as many viewers as he does. And at the last Hangout, you were neck and neck.
That's right. Because I think it's because of my attitude towards towards this war. I'm staring it right in the face. I'm talking about it, and I'm not running away from it. If I was Kyle, this hangout would have been over.
Mr. Walker, how do you feel about this comment left by Fat Woza? Bye, I'm going in Kyle's hangout. This suck.
Well, I would just like to say that I respect your opinion because guess what? I have an unprecedented respect for my viewers. He gave me a view. But what I do have to say is that he is making a terrible mistake because he is joining the number 2 Hangout channel soon to be in terms of viewership and in terms of subscribers.
All right, well, that's pretty much that, Fat Woza. You heard it here. I think you handled the general, if I may offer my unique critique and commentary on that. You handled that with class, you handled that with dignity, and you look like the bigger man in the situation.
I would certainly say that there's something to be said for stamina in any war, in any fight, and any time when there's a conflict. And Hangout Guy Kyle, in my opinion, and I've known Hangout Guy Kyle for years, and I like Hangout Guy Kyle. And there have been times that I liked Hangout Guy Kyle, and there's some times that I dislike him. At the end of the day, stamina plays a huge role. And I certainly do not think that Kyle, Coyle, Bruschetta, has the stamina to compete with Hangout Guy Sean, because oftentimes, 9 times out of 10, maybe even more, he's dragged kicking and screaming to doing a hangout. Hangout Guy Kyle starts a hangout. Hangout Guy Sean is there within 5 minutes to head him off at the pass, to say, listen, you think that you're going to start a hangout? I'm going to start a hangout, and my hangout's going to be bigger, it's going to be better, and it's going to be badder than yours.
Thank you, Shield. Calling me polite, unlike Kyle. I believe that he is not polite and he's not professional. And like Jack's Wolfpack said, one of my great informants of tonight so far, he does not have the stamina.
He doesn't have the temperament either. You want to talk about qualities a good hangout guy needs. How about temperament? Okay. Do you want Kyle with the hangout codes? I don't. I want Mr. Walker with those codes.
I mean, he gave away the times of his hangouts. His predicted. These are official times he got from high class people of his hangouts and how long they go on for on air. And I just don't think that's right. You don't see Hangout Guy Sean doing that. You don't see Hangout Guy Sean saying, listen, my hangouts are going to go for 3 hours every single time, and they might go a little over, they might go a little less, but generally it's about 3 hours, and giving the secrets away to the competition. He's not about that. Hangout Guy Kyle is about that because he's just not right. He doesn't know what he's doing. He's all screwed up. And I've heard that he's sent people, Hangout Guy Sean, to your hangouts to cause trouble.
You see, now that's not respectful. That's not a very great, gracious loser, as you could say.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean,
and,
yeah. It's certainly not characteristic of somebody who thinks that they're winning. I'll say that much.
That's right.
Hold on.
And
I'm going to go check out the inferior show for a minute and come back with some intel.
yeah, no problem, Bridie. You've been a great informant and panelist on this show. We expect to see you back soon. Brilliant job, and thank you.
Roger that. Thank you, General.
Sir, General, would you mind if I also accompanied him on the scouting trip?
That is no problem at all. I'm just going to be staying here talking to the fans, trying to hype them up and bring them here and bring others from that silly B+
B show.
Hangout channel. Yes.
B show. We call it a B show. It's more like an F show.
Yeah. And just looking at this, I mean, you look at all of those comments that are coming out here. You know what? I'm going to give you guys some intel on the Hangout Guy Kyle show. You see, it's a hard name to say. You can't even say it. It doesn't roll off the tongue like Hangout Guy Sean. Here's what I have some juicy intel. Kyle Brachetto has a very he has a virtual private network. That's in the rumors that he has a VPN, and he's been hiding some things, been leaking some emails. And guess what? If he tells you anything about my channel, guess what? It's wrong. It's wrong. And just looking at this, hey, like he has people like Sean's View Entertainment. People like Sean's View Entertainment in his chat, it's toxic. That's what it is. And you need to get rid of that problem now. It's either that or you invite him on as a guest and you talk to him. You talk to him and you bring him on. He doesn't understand that business is part of this and you need more viewers. You need more subscribers. How many does Sean's View Entertainment have? Let's have a good check here. He has 2. Now you could earn those 2 subscribers. You know, but no, he just seems to dodge the question. That's exactly what this guy does. He dodges the questions and he dodges trying to put up a fight, and that is what the Hangout Guy Kyle moniker is in general. Yeah, and you're trying to talk about ethnicity, trying to bring culture to the Hangouts. I have Mr. McCoy, I have myself, I have Buster Wright. As I am an Australian Asian man, I have a black man, I have a African American, like you, the proper layman culture, or you have a righty and American man. I mean, sure, it's like people might think of it not as culture, but I'm bringing one with all the countries coming around the world because we all have different culture, and it is great. It is brilliant to have such a diverse community, and Carl Bruschetto does not take advantage of that. He stays in his own bubble unless he goes to Ireland to talk to some schmo. You know what? I'm sorry. One day I'll probably have the Island Patriot on, because guess what? I accept all races, all creeds, all colors, all everybody, because that's just who I am as a person. I will not insult people on his panel, but I will say this: they are making a huge mistake. They need to be on my show, and the only reason you see Righty and Jack's Pack there is because of this. They know that I am the A show and Kyle is the B show, and Intel is only being drawn so I can strike where it hurts to the Hangout Guy Kyle channel. And guess what? There's a lot to hurt because it is a B show, it is a number 2 show. And guess what? I'm going to spoil next week's show of Hangout Guy Kyle right here, right now. This is some juicy intel. You want to hear it? Here we go. Hangout Guy Kyle will start off talking about some drama. He won't even talk about a show. He won't even talk about wrestling. He won't even talk about the many millions of topics that you can. He's going to talk about some drama. It's either that or he's going to talk about some family issues he's been having. And then he's going to talk about how he went to Taco Bell, or how he went to a Chinese buffet, or how he works at Bambergers. I don't decide what happens. He's covering topics, but it's all within his bubble. Just like the way that he has his cultural elements displayed on his show. And that's not me, because I am very diverse to every race, creed, color that there is. DCX for president, you always notice this. When DCX goes on Hangout Guy Kyle's channel, he is always taken away. He is always deleted. He is always banned. And that's just not the moniker. You gotta keep everybody on except for Peter Gilmore, because everybody knows that he is a problem and he was eradicated. And guess what? He was eradicated quickly. Because guess what? Inferior. Pedophile. I took care of it. Carl Bruschetto did not. He kept him on. He made 2 videos, one going for 2 hours where he didn't even address him. I'm sorry to repeat that again, but it is the truth. He is the B show. I'm the A show. And he dodges the questions. That's what he does. He just dodges the questions. And you see, like, if you're listening to their show right now, you have things being talked about that just like like you see Kyle just chiming in, asking if there's a guy named Darren online. Like, no, you talk about the topic at hand, and that's not what he's doing. He's dodging it, just like he is dodging this war. You know, it's disgusting. And I think that I am the one to come along and prove that I am obviously the better Hangout channel and that I am the best. I'm going to be looking for guests. I'm going to be looking for everyone that I can, because guess what? We are the channel here. And we are the place to be. And that is where Carl Bruschetto lacks. He has guests. I get bigger guests. No one can compete. That's just not that, like, it's just inferior, and the fact that he thinks that he can compete is a joke. I am a smaller channel, but I got a bigger heart, and that says something. 7 to 10 in terms of likes, dislikes. What do we got for Kyle? 5 to 11. The bigger channel gets more dislikes and less likes. How do you like that? Does it hurt? If you're a Carl Bruschetto fan, does it hurt? Because it should. And it should be a reality check to show that this is the place to be and that this is the number 1 channel. And you look at things like We Made Up. Like, you looked at Kyle Bruschetto saying We Made Up. Why do you have to make up? You shouldn't. You sh- You shouldn't. You shouldn't have to make up, because you should be a professional at all times. You shouldn't lose your temper. You shouldn't snap. You shouldn't turn on friends at the very last minute. You shouldn't be doing that. You should be a professional. You should not lack in the temperament of someone like I have a very good temperament. I have a better temperament than Kyle Shadow, as it appears, as I have not made any videos or anything regarding a lash out or having to apologize or having to make up with someone because I am the A show. It's just the way that it is. Here we go. We are going to address the chat here. So I guess Sean's getting hit by Peter. Yes, I was, and it's a bit of a blow to take, but I'm getting through it. I'm striving forward. Yeah, Peter has not got no life. Thank you, Lex Luthor. Sean, Kyle says he's not afraid of you. Well, that is a lie, as you can tell by previous evidence of the last hangout that he has done, and the way he's dodging the topic of war, and he's just addressing other petty issues in his way. He has an idiot in the chat, Peter. No one can stand that cunt. IP is a cool dude. He is indeed a cool dude, and I hope to have him on the show one day, because who knows? Maybe he will be a hangout guy, Sean man. But here's the thing. He has an idiot in the chat, Peter. I got rid of that problem, and he did not. I take care of problems, and he sits around, he dawdles, and he dances around the problem, unlike me. I get things done. We have this war will be talked about for ages. It indeed will, because guess what? We are a nation. We are a group of people who are obviously more experienced and more willing to take the fight to the Hangout Guy channel, Hangout Guy Kyle channel. Everybody could be a guest on Hangout Guy Sean except for Peter. That's right, Sean Savoy. I'm open to everyone. Unlike Hangout Guy Kyle. Guess what they're talking about now? Jack's trying to ask questions. He's trying to get his word in. He's trying to do this. He's trying to do that. But guess what? Kyle's interrupting him. He's interrupting him with variables to the question. He doesn't sit there and listen to the question, and that's what I do. I listen to the fans. I listen to my guests. That's exactly what I do, and that is what Kyle does not do. He doesn't address the question sometimes, and he addresses it with topics that just don't even matter at all. And when he's asked a question by Jax Wolfpack, or Jax Wolfpack just starts saying something and going off from one of his brilliant, powerful speeches, you know what Kyle does? He does this stupid theme of do-do-do-do-do-do. That's not the way you live. That's not the way that you address someone. You just don't do that. You know what you do? You know what you do? You listen to the question and you provide an answer. Unlike Hangout Guy Kyle. It's disgusting. And it's just not the way that a show should be run. Hangout Guy Sean, though. Yeah. Hangout Guy Sean, we're number one. I'm going to try and get some guests on here. Let's look around. And just a crazy time we live in. of this war. And the fact that more people are going towards 15 and I'm still here with 7, guess what? It only shows that he has more subscribers, but it shows that I have the heart to even be halving that viewership. And he has 3 times the subscribers, possibly even 4 times, possibly even 10 times. You know what Kyle does? Nothing. He has nothing additional to add to anything. He just sits to the side, talks about his family or Taco Bell and Hoop Jones. Sorry, that was me sneezing. See, I apologize. That is something Kyle Bachetto probably would not do. And I just want to bring up some information here on Mr. Kyle Bachetto, just reminding people of the person that he is. Just give me one moment, folks. Like, just to show the man that you are considering to be a hangout guy, this is the man. This is the hangout guy that you want. This is who you want as your hangout guy. I say no. He has tape for shoelaces, and he's looking for a job at Enter the Arena when everybody knows that they can be corrupt. This is like Hillary taking foreign donations, people. It should not be happening, and it is a felony. Or it's just equal to. It's disgusting. It's outrageous. It's awful. Like, this is the guy that you want for your hangout guy. To me, I'm gonna say no. And you know what? I was a loyal fan. That's who I was. I was a dedicated fan. I remember when I made a bunch of slogans, bunch of posters for the Kyle Bachetto show. And you know what? Some people would call these. Listen to this. Here's a Kyle Bachetto channel. Look at this. The Kyle Bachetto. Get your served today. How brilliant does that sound from a marketing standpoint? How great does that sound? It sounds brilliant. But you know what Kyle did? Shoved it off to the side. I mean, how can you guys look at this lovely poster and think, I'm going to shove it to the side. Why not use it as a poster? Why not use it as a slogan to put up? No, he didn't do that. You know what he did? He shoved it off to the side, and he just pretty much misrepresented my work and just looked at it as if it was trash. It's a good poster. And you know what? I just don't see that. Here we go. We have hi from Barbecue Sauce. Hello, Barbecue Sauce. I have an unprecedented respect for my fans. Gooby. Peter sucks chodes. He indeed does. And guess what? I eradicated him immediately. You know what Kyle did? Danced around the issue. 2 hangouts, 3 hours. That's not the type of hangout guy that I want. Here we go. We're going to be looking at other things that have been addressed. I'm just trying to. And the thing is, that's the Kyle Bachetto story. He was a homeless man, and then he started working out in a gym, and he met with the Don Juan Banks. He met with him, he became friends with him. He was a homeless man, started working out at the gym, and then he became friends with Enter the Arena. We all know Enter the Arena as a very corrupt, it can be a corrupt company. And he, without notice, just became friends with him. You know, no one else gave it the time of day. No one else noticed that this man would finally meet Kyle Bachetto. But it happened anyway. And you know what happened? No one blinked an eye, except for me. I strived to show everybody that this is not the man to be the hangout guy, and it broke waves, you know. It shook everyone up, you could say, when Kyle was featured in the Enter the Arena banner. Now, a hangout guy, just a homeless man going to the gym, meeting Don Juan Banks, strolls in, meets Don Juan, and sees this. Now you see this, just one day out of nowhere. Joining a corrupt company and joining a group of people that a lot of people would not want to be associated with. Do you want this sort of man as your hangout guy?
Hello, sir.
Hello,
I'm
Mr. Riley.
here to offer my espionage report on what my findings are regarding the Kyle Bruschetto hangout.
What have you got, sir?
Well, it's a hellhole in there, if you want to know the truth. Very unorganized, lots of people talking over each other with no set topic. And furthermore, sweet little trap queen bumped her head and Kyle didn't even ask her if she was okay.
Disgusting.
Hello, Wolfpack Nation. What are we talking about, Sean?
Riley came in with his intel, talking about how it's very disorganized and there are a lot of people just interrupting each other, and the fact that Trap Queen, a lovely lady, bumps her head, and you know what happens? He doesn't even ask her if she's okay.
I heard about that. I was witness to that. And
Yes.
that type of behavior is not indicative of somebody who deserves to be the sole hangout guy. Not at all.
And before you guys are talking in, I was telling the story of Kyle Bruschetto, how he became a homeless man. And then one day he strolls into a gym, just starts working out, and he meets with the Don Juan Banks, and he joins Enter the Arena, becoming part of their banner. Like, this is the exact same as Hillary taking foreign donations, folks. It's sketchy and it's dirty.
Well, speaking of that, a rumor was brought up in the Kyle hangout that you had some leaked emails between Kyle and Jack, but it's my theory that perhaps another YWC entity, maybe Enter the Arena, is responsible for those hackings.
Well, listen, when you say Jack, you say people posing to be as Jack. You say people that I thought were affiliation. Yes, indeed, of course.
And folks, if you think this is all made up, you think this is just some story that I'm just pulling out of my ass, just out of nowhere, well, just look at this for your own eyes.
There it is, folks. That's the contract.
I would just like to point out that, Kyle has some low quality, low stamina folks over there working for him, and just unfortunate that he refuses to kick out.
And
they just keep muting themselves, and it's just unbearable.
It is indeed, Mr. Wolfpack. And just look at this. It's not only Enter the Arena, it's the Fortune 4 shooters.
I mean, this is the real dirt here, folks. I mean, and I think this is the thing that initially instigated the downfall of Kyle, because when you have scandals like this coming out, these under-the-table scandals coming out, that Kyle Bruschetto is responsible for. I mean, how do you retaliate? How do you even run a successful campaign to prove that you are the hangout guy?
You know how you do it? No. Here's how you do it, folks. And it's very simple. You make a good show, and you know what? Kyle Bruschetto hasn't done that.
Look out, folks.
For many, he hasn't.
Minor controversy. I apologize, Jack. There was also some minor controversy in Kyle's hangout regarding barbecue sauce's status as a chat mod.
Well, I mean, I as you would know, that I am a prolific. I'm a very highly qualified transcript expert, as my many viewings of the of To Catch a Predator is
that is To Catch a Taker, you mean?
To Catch a Taker, sorry. And you know, the thing is that you might think, oh, this is just a fake contract that Sean drew up again, you know? Like, you might not take my word, which I understand. You know, you're coming from Hangout Guy Kyle. He's brainwashed a lot of his viewers. That's what I've believed.
Mm,
Well, if you are a true fan, you would have seen him on the news.
Oh man.
And you could have seen look at the Sky News news reporter talking right there. He has a disgusted face, like as if he is looking down at something and just laughing at the fact that Kyle Brachetto has sunk this low that he would sign a contract with the Fortune 4 shooters and enter the arena US.
What it is, it's a crying shame.
Yeah. A once very successful hangout man turned to a corrupt hangout guy.
well, there you go. There's your nickname right there for him. Corrupt Kyle. That's what he is. He's Corrupt Kyle.
Corrupt Kyle. And anybody who joins that place is the Corrupt Kyle Club.
Look at that. KKK.
That is right. Because guess what? He
This is
suits him
incredibly
perfectly with his lack of culture. I was speaking about this, with his lack of culture in the Hangouts. Like, look at me. I'm an Australian Asian man. And I accept people of all cultures. I accepted Mr. McCoyan, and he was a brilliant guest. And he is a Afro-American man. You have Mr. Wright Smartbuster, who is an American. You have Jack Wolfpack, who's American. You might think, oh, it's just another white people, but it's a different country. The culture is different there than it is here. So I accept people of all races, creeds, colors, countries. Over there, Kyle stays in his own bubble.
We're stronger together, right, Mr. Walker?
That's right, indeed. He sticks to his own bubble. Only talks to people from the America. He doesn't expand his audience.
And don't let Kyle's current hangout cast fool you just because he has an Irish person and a fat Mexican in there. This is all a ruse, folks. He doesn't really like these people.
No. He doesn't treat them with the unprecedented respect like I do.
No, he uses them as props is what he does.
Yes,
Very repetitious, very slutty props.
Here we go. We have Gooby, Gooby. We have a great hangout guy, hangout sheriff, you may call him.
Oh, that's a good title right there.
Domon Banks needs to move back to the jungle. You know what? He indeed does with the way he's been corrupt in his dealings with Kyle Brachetto and dealing with Kyle Brachetto in general.
Well, when we say he needs to move back to the jungle, what I think Mr. Walker means to say is, listen, he can move to the jungle, he can move to the city, he can move wherever he wants to move, but at the end of the day, he needs to hang his head in shame for his dealings with Mr. Brachetto.
That is indeed true. Whichever hangout Melanie is in is the losing hangout. And guess what, Gooby? If that is the way that you want to describe a winning hangout from a losing hangout, guess what? I accept your judgment. Because guess what? You are the sheriff.
There's never been a more accurate summary than that. Not one singular quotation in history could ever summarize what success is and is not.
I don't think anything more truthful has ever been said in the history of spoken language.
And what's her favorite song or like dance move? Is it the flash dance? Because that's all I hear from Miss Melanie over here.
Tom Walker's pulling no punches.
I'm pulling no punches, and I'm pulling nothing soft and sweet.
I mean, but unlike Kyle and Tony, where Tony's pulling Kyle's hair when Kyle's bending over on the bed sheets, right, Mr. Walker?
That's indeed right, as he does like to take it up the anus hole.
I could not be more convoluted joke.
Well,
We like to. You see, that's the thing. Yeah, go on.
That's okay. I was just gonna do more pumping up for Mr. Walker, but he can pump himself up.
I'm assuming you mean as easy as Melanie pumps 20 guys up a day for about a nickel each guy, right?
That's exactly what I was referring to. Yes. Please continue with the program.
You see, here's the thing. We make jokes here at Hangout Guy Sean. You know, we like to keep it light, we like to keep it fun, but we like to keep it serious when times get rough. And you know what Kyle does? He doesn't keep it serious. He keeps it nonsensical.
That's true. I will be right back. I'm going to go offer some more or collect some more intelligence for Hangout Guy Sean to improve his marketing campaign and his Hangout experience, if that is possible. If it is, I couldn't tell you how.
Yeah, thank you.
As will I, General. Before I leave, I just need to announce that Sean Walker's channel, it's unfiltered, it's uncensored, it's unscripted, it's edgy. This guy can riff off the news like no one's business. I don't know if you're not subscribed to him, like why?
Mm.
That's my question.
Just before you go, I mean, just look at this statistic.
I'm not going to look if it's Goatsy. I'm leaving.
No. It's statistical evidence, people. I'm just going to show you right here, right now, because it's shocking. You see, now you look at my channel. 6 likes, 12 dislikes. Take that for what you will. That is healthy in terms of being compared to Hangout Guy Kyle. 5 to 15. 6 to 12, 5 to 15. Look at this guy's Hangout subscribership. 141. You know what I got? I got 19. Yet I am still holding a healthier base of likes to dislikes, and that dislikes and that whole ratio. You see, I screwed up there, but guess what? It's the thick accent coming through. Because I am a cultural man, unlike Kyle Brachetto. You just don't see anything of the same. That's all I can say, folks. I mean, you just have this poor excuse of a Hangout channel. Getting 18 views right now. I'm at 7. Now, not only is that double, that's double and a quarter around that. But it is nowhere near the quality of Hangout Guy Sean. I'm riffing with the best of them. I got no guests right now. I've had some special guest appearances from Buster Wright and Jax Wolfpack. Guest appearances. But I've managed to hold this ship down on my own, making 18 subscribers, multiplying by 10 today. What has Kyle Brachetto done? He's still stuck with the same subscribers. He's still stuck with his very low viewership in terms of his subscriber viewer ratio. But you know what I've done? I've progressed forward. I've done nothing but go further and further and try and claim that brass ring that is the Hangout Guy title. As I am the #1 Hangout Guy channel in the YWC. You see, Gooby, he's even in the chat of Hangout Guy Kyle. Kyle says something, and you know what he says? And silence, because that's exactly what there was. Hangout Guy Kyle, he's got nothing. He's not addressing the war. He's not addressing anything. Because guess what? He is scared of the wrath of the Hangout Guy Sean, nation, culture, and the way we run things. It's a tight ship. Unlike Hangout Guy Kyle. We're gonna
and sexual assault of Preston. But you know what, Preston overcame.
You see? They're talking about sexual assault over there of this Preston guy. Now Preston is a very respected human being in the community. But you know, Kyle's just sitting there in silence. Not even addressing the fact that this man was sexually assaulted. Kyle's just sitting there. It's only Buster Wright, and I believe it was. Listen, I'm not entirely sure.
Hello, Wolfpack Nation.
Hello, Jax Wolfpack. I was just talking about Kyle Brachetto's format here. I mean, just listen to this. I believe it is Will and Jack who are speaking on the fact of Preston's recent sexual assault. not only have I wished him the best, I have wished that he'd come on the show for a one-on-one interview. But you know what Kyle has done? He just
Mock
sat
him.
there,
No, he
silence.
didn't even mock him. He just did nothing, didn't he?
Yeah.
I
Mocked
mean,
him.
it's hard for me to even articulate on how shameful that is, because listen, when you're talking about sexual assault, listen, if you want to mock, that's disgusting. But listen, when you're not even going to react, when you're not even going to give a comment, an opinion, a critique, even, it's just shameful. It really is. But unlike here on Hangout Guy Sean, where we, you listen, you're rising. I mean, it's all day, every day. On Hangout Guy Sean, we have 5 viewers. 5 viewers, excuse me.
Yeah. But you know what? The viewership has gone down. I will admit that. You know what Kyle doesn't do? He doesn't admit anything because he's
Nope.
scared of things.
Indeed. And it's just shameful. And I certainly and unbelievably hope that, this whole thing comes. Do you think that there's any way that you two both could rest at the top of the Hangout Guy platform together, sharing the #1 spot? Or is this war destined to meet a violent, bloody end of one of the channels, or complete obscurity?
Well, listen, I am a war-stricken man, but I am a reasonable man. If we can somehow meet at a compromise, that sounds fine. But I want to see Kyle put up a fight rather than just comply immediately. Because guess what? I'm not only here for a #1 spot, I am here for a war. And if he's just going to comply straight away, that just shows that he's not deserving of the #1 spot, that he's not willing to fight for it.
Yeah, then I think that if he would just agree immediately, that would just infuriate you to the point to where what could have been a peaceful agreement between two sides turned out to be just a proclamation of a never-ending war, so to speak.
Like he can throw out these deals, he can throw out whatever he wants in terms of a peaceful coherence of the hangouts and maybe a collaboration of sorts. But I want to see him fight for the #1 spot because I want to see his passion and his drive. And if he does not want to fight, then that just shows that he's not deserving of the #1 spot and he doesn't deserve to share that pedestal with Hangout Guy Sean.
Indeed. We're going to consult Kyle's chat. Oh, sexy hangout. Yes, the Sodomizers hangout's gone sexual. Sodomizer is a legend. Oh, shit, fuck, it's lagging for me. Please don't. Whoever gets hellhound on their hangout is going to get the ratings. All right. Hangout Guy Sean, I will be right back.
All right, no problem. And we have this little, I'm going to call him Pest. Just going to call him Pest because it's what it is. Right now, Random Crazy Bros. Lol, you should have seen my hangout tonight. It was hardcore. I'm better than you, Sean. I put up a fight tonight. Did you watch my hangout tonight, bro? I'm even better than Kyle. I have great respect for you guys, but I put up a hell of a war tonight. Well, listen to this. How many people did watch your hangout? I'm sure it was a very minuscule amount. I'm just going to consult the statistical value of this hangout you proclaim was a high drawn stakes high stakes match. 41. Now I guarantee you by tonight that 41 will be irrelevant to the viewership that I get tonight. I'm going to be on top of that pedestal. I'm going to be on top. And I'm going to beat I'm going to try and beat everyone in the ratings, and if I cannot beat Hangout Guy Kyle, which is expected because he does have the more subscribers of the two of us, well, guess what? I'm going to be the bigger man. But guess what? I am going to be the bigger man. I'm going to be... wait, just listening here right now, there is no topic on Kyle's channel. There's millions of topics you can talk about, but guess what? He doesn't have one. Let's see. Like, we're gonna address the chat here. But you see, look at that. The sodomite. You have people in his hangouts complaining that his questions were not answered. Well, guess what, sodomizer? If you were on my channel, you'd have your questions answered, just like I typed in the comment section right there. Goodbye, Irish patriot. Sorry. I'm gonna address him goodbye, even though he's not on my hangout. I'm gonna address him goodbye, because guess what? Kyle Bruschetto probably wasn't gonna do it. Kyle's told that he was green-eyed, but I think that he's yellow-bellied. See, Kyle's bragging about more viewers, but guess what? I got more likes, and he's got more dislikes. See, 19 people watching on the Hangout Guy Kyle channel, but he has 18 dislikes. That just shows a large portion of his viewers are just being struck. You know what? He's going to be getting more views, but that's going to change. With my marketing campaign being put into place, I will be the #1 Hangout Guy channel in the YWC. Wait, what's this? Oh, 206. Yeah, no one cares, buddy. Go back to the small leagues where you belong. See, 59 viewers. My hangout tonight was more viewed than yours, random crazy bros. If you are going to try and put yourself as a dog in the fight, you better be able to face the fight. And that is not what he's been able to do. We have Hangout Guy Kyle here with 18 people watching now, 18 dislikes. This hangout is addicting, Anime Fan says, but guess what? I happen to disagree. Because you know what? You know what? It actually is addicting, like drugs. You get a little bit of a high out of it. Because guess what? I'm going to admit, Hangout Guy Kyle can put on a interesting hangout for about 5 minutes. But when you are dredging through those 2 to 3 hours that he puts on, it becomes someone lost and an experience of hell. It's an addiction like a drug, but it's not the good side effects that you're addicted and you are getting something out of it. You are getting nothing but a yellow-bellied beard. Like a fear-stricken hangout guy. Sorry, I'm just addressing Kyle's chat. Unlike what he does and not address his own chat. See, I would have joined this love fest if I wasn't feeling beaten and suffering from sickness. If I was 100, Sean, I would have your back here, bro, 100%. You know what? 100%. Thank you. I will. If I was 100% Kyle, I would have had joined this love fest. Oh, so we have a turncoat. We have someone who's just trying to gain some recognition. Well, guess what? Random crazy bros, I don't want it. We need dedicated followers. Sean channel, if you're willing to turn coat to the hangout guy Kyle, I just don't know. I'm just insulted. See, Kyle interrupting again.
That's great. In terms of membership and subscribers, still Kyle, no doubt. In terms of actual overall content, Kyle would toss up, right? And in terms of the actual professionalism of the show, I would say that goes to Sean. Honestly.
And Preston was a free agent.
That's true. Well, that's true in terms of music produced. In terms of music produced, it definitely goes to Kyle as well. Even other people's participation, of course, but it happened on Kyle Hangout.
I don't produce music, if that's what you're saying.
Hold on, Kyle. We got Danielson in the hangout.
Oh yeah, finally you joined the hangout without freaking.
You know your link was down.
You had a fucking meltdown last night, Kyle. It certainly is. Thank you, Bambi.
What?
Kind of
Yeah.
a pity joint, but thank you. Finally, great to have you on my show. How you doing? Oh, pretty good. Just got done doing a video with Folsom. Oh, what was it about?
You see, that's the thing about Kyle Bachetto here. He addresses new people that come into the chat. He addresses new people that come into the chat, but here's the thing. He addresses them for around 2 minutes. But if you're just a common person or a big star, he doesn't address you. Look at Mr. McCoy earlier tonight. Just look at that. No addressing, no nothing. Just talking about the topic like he wasn't even there. You know what happened when Mr. McCoy came in to my hangout? I addressed him. You know what happened when Buster Ride happened? I addressed him. When Jack's Wolfpack came in, I addressed him because I have an overwhelming respect for my viewers and for my fellow soldiers in this war. just like his. Like, it's just silly. Kyle is a piss bucket. That is right, Sodomizer. He is a piss bucket of topics that just he just opens his mouth and something comes out. But guess what? Just like a piss bucket, it is nothing exciting. It doesn't smell good. It's just urine. It's full of urine and nonsense. You know, perhaps Righty could answer my dazzling questions. I mean, I love Righty Sodomizer, but the thing is, he is on. You know what? Actually, you know what? Invite. Maybe Righty will answer your question. Guess what? He actually advises the chat. Just give me one moment, folks. I will be right back in 2 seconds. Just give me one moment, please. Now, it was brought to my attention that one of Kyle's praises was that he dabbled in music. Well, guess what, folks? I dabble in music. I am a masterful recorder player, and I would like to see anybody in the chat make a request. I'll try and play it, because guess what? I am that diverse and I am that versatile when it comes to the recorder. Let's play some little Living on a Prayer to start off. See, I'm diverse. Triple H's theme song. Sorry, I need to get a feel, because that is what us professionals do. See, perfect. That was out of 10, a Triple H theme song, no doubt. I try to be very versatile with my recorder. It's a tough instrument to pin down and learn. And guess what? You know what Kyle does? Plays the bass, but you know what? It's not even good. It's not even a good bass player. Oh, wait, there we go. Kyle says the N-word. Another version of how this man is an unprofessional hangout guy. Do you really need anything else in terms of unprofessional? Because I don't think I do. I just need anybody other requests? I've got 5 people in here. So We're trying to stay versatile. See, I'm gonna go with I'm just gonna play some wrestling related theme songs. I mean, look at this. See? Versatile. You know what you can't do on a bass? That theme song. And if you can, Kyle hasn't done it. Let's go with a See, I even got the Rocks theme song. See, I am a wrestling fan, but I am someone who addresses the modern day music and the classics in general, as you have heard. I am a musical man, and guess what? Kyle is not that. He sings his heart out, but he does not sing anything that anyone likes. He sings songs from Tantric, a song that a band that has only managed to get one song in a wrestling game and has not really managed to make anything mainstream that anybody likes at all. Not even his panelists. Let that sink in. He doesn't appeal to the fans. He appeals to himself. And that's not what you want in a hangout guy. See, I'm going to go to Kyle's hangout because guess what? They're suggesting songs and Kyle's just not even giving him a blink of an eye. That's Behind Blue Eyes. I'm going to record that. See? Behind Blue Eyes. Learnt. And I've never even played that before. Dream Lover, I'm sorry, Vivid. As much as you are a great viewer of the Kyle Bruschetto Show, which is not saying much at all because anybody who views that show is no, I'm not going to say that show is garbage. It's not the people that view them. I can't attack viewers, but I can attack the show, and that show is just unorganized, racist, and just not musical. It's not. Just looking at a. See, just nothing. And I'm just gonna look at other things that have been on the. Someone say Rise Up. I'm gonna say Rise Up Lights. That's what I'm gonna say. Thank you, Vivid. Razor blades and an Aussie accent. You know what that is? That's Kyle trying to imitate me. Guess what? He doesn't represent the Aussie accent. He represents his own Kyle Bruschetto accent. And you know what? That's not a good accent. He doesn't represent all cultures. He doesn't represent all creeds. He represents nothing. You see? And Kyle isn't even answering questions. He's not paying attention. You know what, Gooby? I am a Bear Lives Matter supporter. Everyone is a Bears Lives Matter supporter. And you know what? I'm even going to go to movie soundtracks. See? Movie soundtracks, wrestling theme songs, classic music, modern music. You know, I got it all. You know what Carl's not got? Musical talent. You know? It's just not up to standard. That's what the Hangout Guy Kyle channel is, and that is not standard. It's a B show. 14 watches, I got 5. 5 fills up the hand. 14, you're all over the place. You just can't do it. I can symbolize this to people. 14, you can't do that. But you know what I can symbolize? 5, 8, 10, 8. You know what it symbolizes? 18. 18. And you know what that symbolizes? The amount of dislikes on Hangout Guy Kyle's channel. I got 12 dislikes. But 18, not as bad as Kyle. See? Movie soundtracks, movie everything. That's what I got. Kyle's got nothing. Alright, we're going to stay versatile. We're going to keep going. You know what Kyle hasn't done? House tour. You know what I did? I did that on his Hangout because he was running out of topics. And I believe that was the same Hangout where he didn't address Peter Gilmore or his video. You know, it was quite weird. Only went into 2 minutes of it, and then he ended it within 3 hours. Ended abruptly as well. You see, that's one quality of my channel. It does not end abruptly. We end on our terms. And guess what? Kyle doesn't do that. Just abrupt. It's a very yeah. See, DCX, we love you. We love you too, DCX. You see, if this was Kyle's channel, you know what would happen? Deleted, timed out, whatever. We don't do that here on the Hangout Guy Sean channel. We don't do that. It's a just despicable. Kyle. You see that? Kyle says that fuck the Fortune 4 shooters. But look at that right there. Look at that right there, ladies and gentlemen. I am sorry, folks. That was a technical difficulty, but we are back. We are back, don't you worry. But anyway, we were looking at this. I mean, look at this, folks. Right here. Not only did he sign with the Enter the Arena, which is pretty bad within itself, he signed a dual, and that is a dual agreement between Enter the Arena and the Fortune 4 shooters. Now, that within itself is just shocking. A dual agreement. Let's refresh the memory of everybody here. Enter the Arena US and the Fortune 4 shooters, the people he claims to hate, yet he signs contracts with them. Despicable. That's what it is. Despicable. I mean, it's just unprofessional, unorganized. You see, they're talking about Ellie Rogers and how despicable this man was, but you know what Kyle is doing? He's sitting in silence, probably thinking about doing the same things that Elliot Rogers has done in the past, or probably praising his work in his mind. He doesn't bother to talk about him. Despicable. Sorry, I'm quite parched. But yes, unprofessional, and just despicable. 1 hour and 30 minutes. He's been gone for 2 hours, but guess what? I've been going alone. I'm a lone wolf in this fight. See, deleting comments for Lex Luthor. That's what Kyle does. We don't do that here. The Hangout Guy Sean Show. We keep it fresh. We keep it light. And that is what Kyle Brachetto does not do. He does not keep it light. He doesn't do anything like that. Just silly. Another brick in the wall, and I guess you could say this is another cannon in the proverbial cannon. You know? Another cannonball in the cannon. It's the fact that he is just out of his touch. He's not even saying anything. They're talking about black churches, and Cabrichetto is just not contributing anything at all. See, this is Kyle just trying to attack. He's trying to say to me that, oh, how would I know about Elliot Rodgers? It was a major news story, Kyle. So that only shows that that shows that you are not cultured, you know? You are not informed in the news. You have no news, no culture, no nothing. It's shameful. It's a tough day, and it's a tough war to fight. I don't know if DCX is here. DCX, are you here? DCX, please comment if you are here. And also just look at something like Jacko Knight asking Carl to sing a song. Carl says, "All right, I'll sing a song," but he interrupts everybody while he makes that announcement. You know, I've managed to hold on to. It's a. I've managed to pull through. You 5 viewers, the most loyal 5 viewers I've ever had. Mr. 4445, please all comment something. Just one thing. That's all I'm asking for. Or just a comment on the on the chat, because I'd like to honor you with something. If you would please comment all 4. Or one of them. Just one offer or something. If you do comment within the next 15 seconds, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I don't know if this is delayed. Who the fuck knows? But It has been a tough war, everybody. A tough war. And I'm seeing these people. They're bringing up the scandal again of how Kyle said that he would like to meet Brianna's Trap Queen's brother. It is a barren land, but it is a land. This is going to be one of my slogans. It's called "That's a Kyle Thing." Not answering people in the chat. That's a Kyle thing. Not answering comments. That's a Kyle thing. Not addressing people racistly. That's a Kyle thing. Saying the N-word like it's a normal thing out of nowhere. That's a Kyle thing. And just being a despicable hangout guy. That is a Kyle thing. You see, I'm gonna leave, everybody. Righty is not. I do not see Righty coming into this hangout. I will be leaving this hangout, and just to show that I am not done with this war. You see, I am the #1 hangout guy that is in the YWC, and there will be more evidence to prove that when I am done with the war, because I will win this, and Kyle will not. Kyle will just rue the day that he dared compete with Sean Walker. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I will see you soon on the battlefield, on the front lines. It has been a pleasure serving with you tonight, and I shall serve with you till the bitter end. This is tonight's hangout. It's a battle, and I already won the first one. The second one will be interesting. He made up, but we made war. Hangout Guy Sean, champion of all hangouts. We shall see you in the next fight.